Hey, Joe, I know it's your anniversary, man, but I can't be on here trying to defend your boy, man, because I ain't gonna do it like how you gonna do it, because he gonna come on here and tell you about Jokic games when he was in high school back overseas. To me, I did all that, but I'm gonna say Embiid's the better big man. Like Jokic has the better game, like as far as like assist and getting everybody involved in the game. But when you think of a center, I know the league has gone positionless, but when you think of a center, you want somebody like Embiid, man. You want that enforcer in the paint who gonna get you some rebounds, who gonna get you some blocks, but who also gonna dunk on somebody, man. I don't want my center to do layups. I can't have that, man. I need you to dunk from time to time. And as a valid 2K player, what's the one thing we all hate when we hit the X button and we hold the turbo and they don't dunk and they do a layup? You're like, bro, you 7'2". Why are you doing a layup? Like, just dunk on them. And then they miss the layup. Not saying Jokic does that, but to me, and if you go head-to-head matchups, Embiid is one. He's winning 5-2. I mean, we all gonna get on here and talk about the assists, but I mean that's fine and dandy. But Embiid, when you think of the 76ers, you think of Philly, you think of tough grit, and Embiid embodies all of that. And he is, to me, the better of the two. I'm gonna let J-Mo give y'all more of a rundown because I see Dave Wheels over there grinding. He about to say something about Joker. But to me, I'm going with Embiid.
So for me, I'm sorry, Joe. I know it's your anniversary, but I'm going with Embiid too. I'm sorry. I'm looking at both ends of the floor. Now, offensively, you can say that Jokic is the better big man offensively because he's able to. I think outside of defense, you can go ahead and you can pick Jokic. I can see that. I can see why someone would do that because he can score everywhere on the floor. He's the better passer between the two. He doesn't necessarily get up as much as Embiid, but he can score. So it's not like you got to worry about that. He's efficient as well. Plus minus is crazy. Yeah, I think it's plus minus like a plus 82 or something like that right now. Crazy. Um, I'm not sure what else. Um, what else would you could say to give it to Jokic because defensively he's not there when it comes to Embiid. Rebounds, yeah, but we saw what happened when they played 1-on-1
Hmm.
when they met each other up. And B put up 47 on that boy. And showed he was like, look, you might be in the MVP talks, but I'm letting the world know I'm the better between the two of us. And I think that's been shown as far as just comparing the two as individual players. Embiid is the better player. I don't think anyone can say that Jokic is better other than offensively. You cannot say that Jokic is better because defensively he's not better than him. That's just my few points, James. I know you got more, so go ahead and do your thing, my guy.
Well, first off, I want to say I appreciate you guys, and your objectivity. It's not hard to come on here and speak the truth. But no, man, I really do think Embiid is the better big man. No bias intended. Um, I just think he's better. I mean, the eye test. When I watch Jokic play and I watch Embiid play, Embiid's better. Embiid stands out more. He's more dominant. Like, and the defense. I don't even think I got to talk about the defense, but like Embiid should be. I don't know why he's never mentioned with Defensive Player of the Year. To be honest with you, like we're like 5 or 6 in defense. He's probably top 5, top 6 in blocks. And you see what he does when he goes up against a matchup. Like he gets up. I remember Rudy Gobert's in Utah, man, last 2 years. Every time he played Rudy, he was trying to put him in the basket. When he
Facts.
played Jokic, he trying to put him in the basket. When he playing Giannis and Celtics, he tries, man, but that defensive scheme they put on, kind of similar to what Miami do. Miami just run the zone. Like he it's harder for him, but you see he's trying to kill these dudes. And I'm not trying to make excuses here. I'm just speaking as a pure basketball fan that has two eyes. Jokic has a much better coach.
Hmm.
Mike Malone puts Jokic in much better situations to be successful. Like Embiid catches the ball. Like when Jokic catches the ball, he can't get doubled because he's too far away from the basket. And when he catches the ball too far away from the basket, you double him, he's gonna pass it to somebody. They're open. He's already a great passer. Like Doc Rivers continues. It seems like he continues to try to get Embiid to catch the ball far away from the basket, but Embiid should catch the ball closer to the basket. That way, no matter if he gets doubled or tripled, he can still make a move and go up in the paint. It don't matter how many people hold. So I feel like Embiid really has to overcome the coaching sometimes. Like from when I watch basketball, man, Embiid just be dominating, bro. Like score inside, score outside. And I know his 3-point attempts, a lot of people try to talk about it, but these last few years, he's been shooting a lot of threes in late clock situations. Like, I mean, Dave, you saw the game against Miami. How many fadeaways did he shoot in the mid-range because he touched the ball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock? Like, it happens a lot, man. And that can be skewed by the stat sheet. He shoots 53% still. He could be shooting 59, 60% if he wouldn't put in so many situations like that. I know Jokic is shooting 61%, and a lot of people talk about his efficiency, which is great. But I just think Embiid's better. Embiid, I know you said plus minus is great, Dave. It's like, what, plus 80? Did you know Embiid has a higher plus minus in the playoffs for their career?
No,
Jokic's plus minus is minus 31. Embiid's is plus 282.
What? That's
I mean, if you think about these games, man, we lose the games the 8 minutes Embiid sits down. Like when he's on the floor, like and then it hasn't been one time, maybe one time, but I can't really think of one time where we lost in the playoffs because it was a better team. Like I can't think of one time we legit lost fair and square because it was a better team. I'll give you the first year, maybe Ben Simmons' rookie year with Brett Brown. He just flat out got out-coached by Boston with Jason Tatum in the rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2018. 2019, Kawhi hit the shot. Embiid played all 7 games, but if you watch that series, you know he was not 100%. Tummy ache here, throwing up on the sideline. He just wasn't 100%. The 2020, the bubble year, no Ben Simmons. We get swept by Boston. 2021 against the Hawks, down 3-1, we're up 3-1, blew the lead. Ben Simmons had his little antics. And Embiid, nobody talks about it because he was on the floor still averaging 30, but he had a meniscus tear in his right knee playing.
Yeah, he held him down that series.
2022, we saw what happened last year. Miami played great, but Embiid broke his face. Was not 100%. Miami getting extra physical with him. He couldn't get physical back because he didn't want to get hit in his face. He fell on the ground 3 times from making contact and just took his mask off and threw it because he's frustrated. I got no help and I can't even go hard because my face broken. Like, so I can't think of one time we lost in the playoffs where it was just legit. Yo, we just got beat.
Nah, because even with the Raptor series, I know you're probably about to talk about it. Even with that series, it took that lucky bouncing.
Man, we could have won it all. We could have won it all that year, bro. We talked in all our interviews how we was ready for Milwaukee. We won it, Giannis, when we got Jimmy Butler. And then KD and Clay get hurt. Man, I won't care about no asterisks. I would have took that championship to the bank if we would have won it.
I think anybody would. You see how Kawhi took that thing to the bank. He got a Finals MVP out of that and everything.
Man.
And he's still resting on his laurels from that ring. Look at him.
Look, ain't sniffed the finals since then.
Nah,
man. He barely sniffed the floor, and he's still talking about resting on his. He resting on them cornrows. So like, I can't think of one year, man, no lie, where we lost literally because it was the better team. Like when Embiid is on the floor, he goes in. And right now, you saw what happened in the last head-to-head matchup. Straight up did Jokic in. And we got to play him in Denver in the Mile High. I don't know if he's going to have 47-18 again, but I'm expecting another dominating performance. You know, whether we're going to win the game or not is up for debate. But I'm expecting Embiid to dominate that individual matchup the next time they play. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a what have you done for me lately league. If Denver beats us, nobody's going to remember the 47-18 he put up on them the first time he played.
Yep.
Last year, when the Jokic ran away with the MVP, to me, it was sort of the second half of the season. We played good against Embiid, played good against Giannis, played good against the Celtics. And then towards the end of the season, we played the Nuggets. Neither Embiid nor Jokic had a good game, but Jokic hit a fall away floater shot in the clutch, and Denver ended up winning. And people made it seem like, yo, he's the MVP. And then Giannis, we lost to Giannis later on in the season too, so that kind of moved Embiid back down. The first year when Jokic won MVP, that was by default. Embiid was clear front runner, but only played 50 games, so he got knocked down. LeBron was second place because the Lakers were number 1 seed until he got hurt. And then Jokic won by default his first year. But the second year, last year, I give it to him fair and square. He beat out Embiid. Embiid just didn't have a good last stretch of the season. And this year, Jokic averaging a triple-double, number 1 seed. But if Embiid dominates the next matchup against Jokic, I think he fell a little bit because we lost to Boston. Even though he played great, we lost to Boston. And we beat Memphis in the grinded-out ugly game, one of the best games I've ever seen Embiid play in his career when he played Memphis. Beat Memphis, and then Jokic just got dogged by Memphis. So I know voters is going to look at that. But we lost to Boston, so they're knocking Embiid back a little bit. But that's as so far as the MVP race. But I think without question, it's not like Embiid is just way better. I just think he's a better player. I think he's a better player. He's a better shooter, better scorer, better defender. Two main things about basketball is putting the ball in the basket and stopping the other guy from putting the ball in the basket. Embiid is better at both.
All right, so our other guest is on, Devin. I'm gonna go ahead and add him now. What's going on, Devin?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
My boy.
Long time no see, my guy, Mr. Kristaps Porzingis.
It's a long time we seen him either.
You knew the sound was coming.
Yeah,
He the best player on the Wizards, even when he not playing, because we terrible.
Oh man,
That's another show. We're gonna have an all Wizards panel one day.
yeah. We'll make sure y'all have that. So
Won't be a long show.
So Devin,
it happened right before the play-in. But go ahead.
yeah. So Devin, the question is, who's the better player between Embiid and Jokic?
Yeah. I came in. I came in at the end. I heard the Jive Turkey over here give his answer already.
Mm-hmm.
I know who he's going with. I mean, so listen, he already know who my answer is. I'm pretty sure y'all know. I'm going with the Yoke Dog, Big Jokic. Now look.
Okay.
First of all, I believe Jokic. I think all y'all know it too, or maybe it's looking like that. But I think Jokic about to get his third MVP, which ain't been done. I think since Larry Bird and then somebody else. Who was Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Bill Russell?
Probably Bill Russell.
Probably Bill.
Yeah,
Bill Russell. I think Larry Bird did 3 straight too.
Yeah, Larry Bird and Bill Russell.
So look, I really believe Jokic gonna get it too. I don't think that is that far off with Embiid and Jokic. And if you ask me who the better player is, you got to go Embiid. And if anybody say it's not Embiid, you lying, because Embiid play both sides of the floor. When you play both sides of the floor, that's just what it is. But I feel like Jokic, it's just like how I feel with Luka. His offense is so just let me not compare Jokic and Luka, because they two different type of players to me. I think Luka, it's hard for you to win with him because he dominates the ball. When I watch Jokic, he do everything. I mean, the system is him. The last player I seen like him was, I want to say Tim Duncan, but Tim Duncan passing wasn't as good as Jokic. But the system just ran through him. And for, like with Jokic, when I'm watching him, he running the offense. He telling people where to go. He not athletic, so I don't know how he doing it. He just do everything to me. If you need him to score, if you need him to get assists, if you need him to rebound, man, you can't use him to get a stop. The defense is terrible. I will say that. But I just feel like he just making his teammates better. I feel like they just feel like when I'm playing with him, I don't know how it is, but like say he's playing with like Luka. Some players probably look nervous, scared to play with him because you like, if I mess up, I probably get pulled or something. But Jokic, it seemed like he don't yell at his teammates. None of that. He just make him feel good. Now, yesterday, me and J-Mo was texting, and I forgot what we was doing, but he told me an interesting thing. He said, because I was like, dang, it seemed like Embiid always disappeared. But he did say, do you mean he disappeared or was he hurt? I had to think about it. I was like, you know what? He do be hurt a lot, and it feel like he's not there. But then I had to think also, I was like, you know what? There's some games where Embiid, he disappeared some games. Not as far as like the the stat sheet, he might end up with 27 points, 9 rebounds, but it's like a big moment when you don't need him to take that long three. You need him to go to the basket, get a bucket, or get fouled or something. He do something crazy, and I think more so what it is for me with Embiid. I'm frustrated because he don't realize he could be not as dominant as Shaquille O'Neal, but close to it. For if he just played the way he's supposed to. I watched him play yesterday against the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is 6'8" maybe, 6'9", if that. He should have dominated him every single possession. I don't care if nobody say Bam is a good defensive player. I don't care. He should dominate him every single possession because he's so skilled. Honestly, I know it sounds simple, like it's just simple basketball. If you just throw Embiid the ball, he should drop step, be at the rim every time, and either getting fouled or he should score. That's what he should do, but he don't play like that. He do when he want to, but he just got this I want to be finesse, and I don't like it. That's the only thing I have, the only problem I have with him. If he just played to his full potential, Embiid could literally be the best player in the league, how Shaq was. I don't care what nobody say, Giannis this, KD, Jokic, and nobody would be better than Embiid. But so that's my only issue with him. I just get frustrated with him. That's what it is. So I'm not going to sit here and say Jokic better. No, I am. Jokic is better to me right now. Yeah, Jokic is better to me right now because I think he plays to his highest potential and he don't veer away from his game. He know what gets him to what, and that's it. And with Embiid, I feel like he veer away sometimes, shooting these threes. Not saying you can't shoot the three because that's what the game is now, but it's just too much. I don't think he dominates the game like he's supposed to.
So you think? So all right. So I'm a little confused with your answer. Just a little, because you said that if you talk about who's better between the two, you said Embiid's better, but you just say Jokic is better. So are you saying
Right, so I
Jokic is
guess
better?
I need to say talent wise, Embiid is better.
Okay.
But
I don't
right
know.
now,
It sounds
no,
like
you know
saying,
what? You know what? My bad, J-Mo. You know what? I'm gonna have to say Embiid is better, but who I would take is Jokic. So I would say Embiid is better because he played both sides of the floor, and I can't do it.
It sounds like you're saying Jokic maximizes his talent best.
Yeah.
It sounds like you expect more from. It's kind of the same we do
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Shaq. Kind of same we do with Shaq. Not really to the same level, but you expect more from Embiid. So it's like Jokic is doing the best he can, and Embiid is not. So it sounds like I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I don't want to make it seem like Jokic is doing. I don't want to make it seem like Jokic is doing the best he can, like it's a participation award. Because I think he liked that. It's just I don't think he got more to give.
Yeah, see, and that, you worded it differently from what I said. I get what you. Yeah, but did you know like Embiid shoots like one more three per game than him?
Than him.
Yeah,
but I'm not expecting Jokic to be dominant in the paint. Really, I'm not looking for.
No, I'm just saying. Like you say, he falls in love with the three. Like I'm just telling you what the stats are.
Yeah, it's just moments. It's moments for him.
You know what I mean? And then
I say I don't want to go by the stat line.
I don't know what time you came in to the chat, but also Doc Rivers, man.
He said something about coaching.
Did you watch the game last night? The Heat game?
Yeah, I did.
How many times did Embiid, when they went to that zone, how many times did Embiid catch the ball at the free throw line?
Catch the ball at the free throw line.
I counted like one. He got Embiid at the perimeter. Like Jokic can catch the ball at the perimeter. They double him. He can pass. Like first of all, I think Embiid is underrated as far as making his teammates better. We were before Harden came over there last year. We were like top 2, top 3 seed without Harden. Embiid was killing. He only averaged 5 assists, but I wish we can get the stats on hockey assists because I'm telling you, when Embiid was killing, man. Both ends of the floor, running the team. He was handling the ball in the pick and roll. Tobias was setting picks for him. So I know the stats don't say he don't get 9, 10 assists, but he's definitely making his teammates better. But I'm gonna be honest, Devin. I'm not making excuses for Embiid, but the offense he's in holds him back, man. I know he averaged 34, 35, but he could be doing so much more. Like Mike Malone maximizes what Jokic does. Perfect system around him. Perfect. It's run perfectly. Although Jokic is the system, but they put it in place for him. Embiid, Doc Rivers is a defensive coach. Daryl Morey gets roster pieces based on offense. He's an offensive guy. I don't even think they click.
Nope.
So I'm expecting Doc Rivers to get up out of here Like, and that's one thing I'm looking forward to if we lose. Like, I do know that if we don't win the finals, we're gonna get a new coach. I know
Yeah.
that's written in stone. But I really do think Doc Rivers is our biggest weakness right now. You know, like the offense we run, and then it's just crazy. Man.
I would
Go
say
ahead, Tony.
it got to
if
be
y'all get
They got to be Doc and the GM because at this point, I mean, I think I said it on a few episodes ago. Maybe it was the All Star one or not, where I was like, they need to reshape the whole offense around Embiid, kind of like what they did with Dwight Howard in Orlando, where it's like, look, Embiid is the focal point of the team and get some shooters around him. And that whole James Harden thing, don't do that no more.
Yeah, I agree with what you just said, Tomo. But even if you think back to Orlando Magic Dwight, Embiid don't try to play like that though. He
That's
got to
what
try
the
to play like
pieces
that
all
every
around him.
single
He was
possession,
forcing
physical, every single possession.
he's a different kind of player than Dwight Howard, though. I understand what you're trying to say, just as far as his size and him being a big man, but he's a different player.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard can't shoot.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he can't
Embiid's
shoot.
one of the best mid-range
can't
shooters in the
shoot.
league.
But
can't
that's the
shoot.
thing right there. Just because you can shoot, don't mean
he's
you
a
need
terrible-
to shoot it.
But you got to take advantage of what you're able to do, though. I get what you're saying that he has to be able to dominate down low. But if you're able to play all over the floor, you don't want him to just dominate just down low. He got to dominate all over the floor. And he can dominate all over the floor. I get your point about him not being able to dominate down low as much as he should. And he would be a dangerous player if he could dominate down low. But the way that this NBA is now, dominating down low isn't necessarily what you need to win this game. And even when if you consider Giannis when he won the Finals MVP, yes, he's a down low kind of player. But what also happened during that series? He was able to shoot the ball more. He got better at the free throw line, and he has shooters around him. He's able to pass the ball to everyone else. And B can do the same thing. He doesn't have to dominate down low all the time. He just has to be able to use, like J-Mo said, he needs a coach that can use his strength to his best abilities. And that's not what Doc Rivers is. Now, I'll say this, though. If they do get rid of Doc Rivers, though, I know the assistant head coach they should bring in to at least to keep the defense there, and that's Nate McMillan. Even though he just got fired by the Hawks. If you want to have someone come in there, I'm just talking about as the defensive coach. I'm not saying as the head coach.
Okay, I think you're talking about head coach.
Nah.
He
Not
got
the head
two
coach.
stints, and I didn't like his two stints. Portland and Atlanta.
I didn't either. That's why
If you
go back to the episode, you go back to the episode when we talked about Trae Young, that incident between him and Trae Young, you see who I was with. I was siding with Trae Young the entire time. So that was the whole thing. But all I'm saying is Embiid could still be great with the way that he plays. He just has to be able to. He just needs a coach that can use him more than just having him shoot the ball a lot more. Like even with the last play of the game, when they called the play to give it to Embiid to pass it out to Harden, I think if he was able to just put it down low, he could have drew a foul. He clearly had Bam, and I love Bam. Bam is a great defensive player, but it's nothing he can really do with Embiid. Embiid had him going down low. All he had to do was go back him down one more time and shoot it. He was going to get a foul drawn. And he's going to make those two free throws. Embiid is probably the best big man free throw shooter of all time. Probably he would have made those two free throws.
I don't count Dirk, but yeah.
Well, yeah, Dirk too, but Dirk.
But see, what I keep hearing y'all saying is the coach is this and the coach is that. I get it. I don't think Doc Rivers is doing a good job coaching since the Celtics. But y'all acting like Doc Rivers out there shooting the ball for Embiid. He ain't making him shoot that jumper. You need to get on the block. And I mean, J-Mo, I really know you know what I'm saying. Like, I know it frustrates because you're a Philly fan. I know it frustrates you to watch him do what he do. Take the shots and shoot. And I feel like as like James Harden is a reason, because if you're supposed to be the point guard, you're supposed to be a leader. Chris Paul gonna be like, man, get on the block. Get on the block. You need to be on the block. So it's a lot to go into it. I feel like Embiid, not saying that he because he's not a prima donna or nothing, but I mean he know he the franchise. He can do what he wants. I thought PJ Tucker going over there was going to help a little bit. Hey, you need to be on the block, big dog. Somebody just help him.
Yeah, no, I mean I feel you, Devin. Trust me, like when especially man, It kills me when I'm watching these games, bro.
We're hearing your voice. And look, this man's he's supposed to be enjoying his anniversary. And look, he in the comments.
Right to be. Not tonight, though. Not tonight.
So Devin, like, I'm not trying to put it all on Doc Rivers. Like, there's times when Embiid catches the ball and you know the double team is coming. Why don't you go as soon as you catch the ball? Why are you triple threading, jab stepping, and waiting for the double team? Catch the ball and go. Like, as soon as you catch the ball, go. Even if they cut you off, use your body. Like, he does it time here, time there. But when I say Doc Rivers, like, when you said Embiid has his moments, there are moments where Doc Rivers does not adjust, man. And a lot of times it leaves Embiid to take a shot he doesn't need to take.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it happens more times than not. And that stuff skews the percentages. Mm-hmm. And then they say, oh, Jokic shooting 65%. He's shooting way better percentage than Embiid. Like, Embiid does take bad shots. Now, granted, he also does, like, I think he leads the league in post-up points or whatever, but he should be leading by more. If he does lead the league, he should be leading by more. Like, nobody can guard him when he's on the block. I done seen him put Bam, Robert Williams, Al Horford, Andre Drummond, Jared Allen, all these guys, Giannis. I done seen him put those guys under the rim before he even catch the ball. He got him under the rim. Like, I've seen it, but I just hope he stay healthy this year, man. He just got to stay healthy. Because, Devin, I don't know if he was on when I read off these playoffs by year, man. But there hasn't been one year, Devin, where we lost in the playoffs flat out just because they were the better team. It's always something else. The first year, if you want to say the first year, I'll give you that. Ben Simmons rookie year, we got dogged by Boston 4-1. Brett Brown was terrible that series. He could not coach. Ben Simmons could not, you know what I mean? The next year, that's when we got Jimmy Butler. And you know Embiid had his tummy aches in and out the game, was not 100%.
That's what I'm about to say. That's the tummy ache, man.
Yeah, man. I
don't know. That Toronto team.
But Devin, you saw, but Embiid was not 100% though, Devin.
It wasn't nothing wrong with his stomach either. He better say something else. He should have said something wrong with him. You can't be like, my stomach hurt.
Hey, look,
I'm just saying.
I had a stomach virus, so I know what he was going through.
I'm just saying, bro. If we're gonna put it in context, like I felt like we didn't just get flat out beat that series. Yeah, me personally.
Yeah, I can agree.
The next year was the bubble year. Ben Simmons wasn't even there. We got swept 4-0, but he averaged 30. Then the Atlanta series, which I honestly hold against him. Like, we was up 3-1. There's no excuse. But people don't talk about it because he was still averaging 30. He had a meniscus tear in his right knee, still playing. Mm-hmm. Then last year, broke his face.
So hold on, we gotta do one quick consensus before we roll out. We all voting for it. We saying Embiid is the better of the two.
Oh yeah, all three of us.
Technically, yeah.
All right. I know
I'm just saying you'll be lying if you say somebody else, because he played both sides of the floor. Come on, it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, when Joe come back, he gonna definitely have something to say in the chat. So y'all be ready.
He is. Get ready. If not tonight, tomorrow, he definitely like, all right, y'all, I'm back.
Hey, Joe getting that chat, he gonna fox around and find out.
Hey, I'm glad he said that because I'm gonna need a title coming soon.
That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.